Hey everybody, let's talk about how to befriend an author. So when it comes to becoming friends with an author, you want to do a couple of things to really make yourself known, make yourself helpful, and make yourself confident. Because when you befriend an author, not only do you help and support them and their business and what they're doing with their writing, it also allows them to write more books, but also in terms of what works for you, you actually get usually some behind the scenes. You get advanced copies of books. Sometimes you get sent actual books. Sometimes you get to help input into books that authors are creating. So there's lots of really cool things that you get to know way in advance when you befriend an author. So let's today talk about how you can actually be befriending these authors and having those connections. So back in the day, long before I became an author, I actually taught authors. So I taught authors how to market, I taught them how to take photos of their books, I taught them how to do all sorts of really cool things to become bestsellers and award winners. And so back in the day, I had to befriend some of these authors before they started coming to me. And I would do that by supporting them on social media. I would reach out to them. One of the big things that I did that these authors really loved was when I reached out to them and I sent them DMs, I sent them emails, and we talked about their characters, we talked about their books, and that resulted in them sending me their books like to beta read, like before anybody else had seen them. I got to input into these stories and say what I loved and what I thought could be a little stronger, what I wanted them to add a little bit more of in their books. I got to see things beforehand. I got copies of books, I got freebies, I got swag, I got to go do all these really cool things with these people before I really became a part of their world. And I did that by supporting them on social media. So one of the best things that you can do is read authors' books and then reach out to them and just have a conversation. Don't go into it thinking, I'm going to trick this person into liking me and giving me free things. That's not going to work. We're going to see through that. But if you genuinely reach out to us and have conversations with us about our characters, about the things that we do that were mean to our characters, about the scenes that you loved, about how good our swoony scenes were, whatever it happens to be, we love talking about that because when you come to us and fangirl or fanboy over us, we fangirl or fanboy over you. I'm just saying, when you reach out to us and you gush over what we've created, that makes us completely love you and we'll attach ourselves to you because we live the lonely little lives of being authors stuck in a room writing by ourselves. We don't have a lot of socialization when it comes to the book world. So if you reach out to us and you talk about our characters, about the things that we've written, about how excited you are for the next book in the series, the next book that we're putting out, whatever it is, when you gush over us, we just kind of attach ourselves to you. It's like when you go and you see a puppy somewhere and the puppy's excited to see you, you just want to you just love the puppy with your heart and soul and everything that you have. And when readers come to us and they talk about our fun things, we just want to adopt you. We'll just keep you forever. And then we will just be like, here, read this early before anyone else has seen it. Hey, what do you think of this idea? Hey, let's talk about this character. Hey, you want to see this fan art? Hey, do you want to see this thing early? We will do that to you. So it's really, really a great thing for you to reach out and to have a conversation with us. It makes us really happy. We love hearing from you guys, especially when you like our work. If you don't like our work, please don't tell us. We don't need to know. And you can be friends with us without reading our work or without writing or without reading our work or without liking our work. If you don't like it, that's okay. Just don't tell us, right? You don't have to hide it. It's not like it's a big secret thing, but you're just not. Don't be one of those people that comes up to us and say, we don't like your books. That's not cute. That's not nice. Don't do that. But if you come up to us and you are just having conversations with us, whether or not you like our book, it doesn't matter. I have friends in the author world whose books I don't care for. They're not my style of book. And that's okay. We're friends anyway. I have a ton of friends whose books I haven't even tried to read because I haven't had time yet. It's okay for you to not read our stuff and still befriend us. That's fine. But if you do read our stuff and you like it, please reach out to us. Bookworm is here saying you seriously inspire me to actually start writing. Thank you. Hey, I'm so excited to hear that. Thank you so much for letting me know. I am trying to be here to support you guys who are aspiring authors, who are writing and working to get into this industry, and readers alike. So when I can be inspirational to you, when I can be your cheerleader, I am here for you and happy to be that inspiration for you. If you have questions, I would love to get those answered. We can talk my books, we can talk my characters, we can talk my publishing journey, we can talk the publishing industry, whatever. ask me whatever. I'm here to hang out with you guys, but I do want to talk about befriending authors. So what can you do to support authors? Well, social media is a great thing. Not only should you be reaching out and talking to them, but Bookstagram photos, book talks, booktube videos. You can talk about our books or show them off in videos or photographs. When you do that, that helps the other people to know about these books. Just think about it this way. You're on Book Talk right now. We're here on TikTok. We're talking about book recs. And how many books, just be honest with yourself, how many books have you seen and added to your TBR because you saw them on TikTok, whether it was from me, another author, or someone who just likes to talk about the books that they love? This is a big thing, and it helps us to make sales. When we make sales, we're able to then write more books. If our books are not selling, we're not going to write more books because it takes a really long time to write books, and it can be time-consuming and expensive and sometimes even a little soul-sucking to write books and then not make money from them. If you do not have a really good marketing ability, you're not going to make a lot of money on your book, especially right off the bat. And so if it takes you, it takes me 9.5 days to write a full-length novel if I really want to. But most people, it takes months of their life. For months and months of their life, to write a book and then only make a couple dollars, that's not good. So when you help us spread the word about our book and bring other people in to read our books, that makes us completely want to come over and hang out with you. You're going to be our best friend if you are shouting out our books. You can also do some really cool things about like recommending them to your friends. So that doesn't have to be on social media. You can talk to your friends. You can join book groups, book clubs, all sorts of fun, fabulous things. I just filmed a TikTok. It's not out yet. It's not going to be out for a little bit, but there's a group on Facebook. The lady actually found me here on TikTok, and I'm actually a member of her group because one of my author friends, best-selling author Anna Sullivan, invited me, and so I'm going to recommend that to you guys soon. But join a book club. Talk about things on social media, off social media, doesn't matter. Talk about the books. It helps us out. We want to make sure that you are having these conversations. And there was another point that I was going to get to, but I saw a comment and I forgot about it. So let me think for just a second, because you do want to be reaching out and helping these authors in any way that you possibly can. So showing off their books, talking about their books, talking with them about their books, all these things are really, really good and really helpful. You do want to be recommending them in comments. So if people are asking for book recommendations, that's a great way to do it. You can do fan art. You can do cosplays. Oh my gosh. If you create fan art for me, I'm putting you in my newsletter, on my website, and on my social media. If you show up in a cosplay on social media or to a convention, holy snap, I will do all the things to promote you. We love seeing when you embody our characters, whether it is through art or you're doing like fancy photos of cosplay or you're just like doing cosplay, like whatever it is, we love it when you do that. Best thing ever. Really, anything you can do to kind of show that you appreciate an author is going to help and allow them to write more books, because time-consuming process, guys, and it does not necessarily pay well for everyone. So if you want them to keep writing, you gotta tell them. Okay, I need to read some of these comments because they're coming in, and I want to make sure that I'm getting all of these. She says it's silly and I should stop and it's hurtful. I don't think it posted your entire comment there, friend. But that is really hard when people do not support your writing. That is not a great thing. It's not a great feeling. I was recently on a live stream and I told a story about how back in the day when I very first started, I wrote my first book. And I was encouraged to publish it. I queried it. I had multiple agents and publishing houses fighting over several of my books at once. I ended up saying no to all of them, turned down all the contracts, walking away from the industry for an entire year. I didn't touch it. Then I found the right fit for my book, and then I came out as a published author. And I had some really great authors. Friends of mine, bestsellers, award winners. They read my book. They loved it. They gave me great book blurb quotes for it. They were just very supportive. But there were also some friends who didn't like it and or got jealous. Like multiple people, different reasons. And so some of them said some not so nice things about my book. And you know what? It hurt. And I actually here's a not so fun story. I had a friend who went into my reviews like many, many months after my book was published. She found the negative ones and she said, look at what this person said. This can't possibly be true. I know I haven't read your book, or I've only read the beginning of it and I didn't like it, but it can't possibly be true that you did this. Well, it was something that I had done. I had done it intentionally, and my story started out a little on the fluffy side because I knew what I was doing. Started out a little fluffy and then got really vicious, but she didn't get to that part because she didn't like it, because she was mad over different things. And so she didn't get to that part. So she sent me that, and it hurt because I read those negative things. And it's really hard not to internalize that. So if you're an aspiring author, or if you're doing anything creative in life, anything creative at all, please remember, people will have opinions, and people who want to do what you do and haven't done it yet or can't do it yet will get jealous, and they will say hurtful things specifically to make themselves feel better about themselves. Please don't take it personally. I know it's easier said than done, but you will find your audience. Not everybody is going to be your audience. Not everybody is going to be your fan. Not everybody is going to be your reader, your consumer, your user, your whatever. And that's okay. You don't have to be for everybody. If you're for everybody, you're for nothing. So find your tribe. It's okay. People don't have to like it. And if you have people who are negative about things, you don't have to cut them out of your life completely, but cut them out of this part of your life. They don't need to know what you're doing in your writing life, in your creative life. They don't need to know. They don't need to be a part of it. Find your people. And if you need people, I'm here to cheerlead you. Yay, you got this. But also, social media is a great place to find people to cheerlead you. These people you're looking for should be on the same level as you. So if you're going to be an author, if you want to be an author, if you're an aspiring author and you're writing right now, find people in the same position and build each other up. And then, when you get published, you can grow together. It's a great way of life. I love it. Okay. Sorry, I need my water. Get your comments in here because I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions while we're here hanging out today and talking about how you can hang out with authors. Because in just a minute, I'm going to tell you how I became good friends with people like A.G. Howard, who wrote Splintered. Friends with people like Elise Kova. Oh my goodness, so much fun. Friends with people like all sorts of the big name authors that you know and love. I'm going to tell you how I did it, so stay tuned. You love my energy. Oh, thank you. I try to be peppy. I'm actually waiting on my mail person to show up because I have something really fun that I bought for TikTok. And I'm not going to do it today because it involves glue. But I got some things coming, so I'm just hanging out until that shows up so I can check it. I'm excited. All right. So let's talk about befriending authors. We talked all about how you can be doing this in a way that gets you to be friends with them on a reader-author level, but you can do a little bit more, because not only can you just have conversations with us and chat with us, but you can interview us. It's a great way to actually make friendships with different authors. So start a booktube channel, or do a live stream on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube where you bring us on and you interview us. Do a written interview if you have to. It's not the most effective for you to grow, because that's kind of the old school way of doing it, but you can, as long as you're inventive with your questions. Please don't ask the same 10 questions everyone asks all authors all the time. Get creative and relate it specifically to their books, so that it's not just what's your inspiration? How did you come up with this idea? Don't do those. Don't do those. But come up with creative questions specific to their characters, to their book, to their storyline, and to people deciding if it's going to be the right fit for them for a book to read. And ask questions. You can then put it on a website. You can put it on a blog. You can put it on your social media. Put a pretty picture on Instagram and have them answer 2 questions. And then do another one with a pretty picture of their book. And then 2 more questions. You can do all sorts of things to interview us. Best way to do it, though, is in person or video. So if you can do it through a live stream like Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. And I have word that TikTok's actually starting to roll out the ability to do it here. It's not available to everybody yet, but it is coming. And get them on a live stream and have these conversations with them. This is going to not only befriend you to them, but build up a following for you. And if you're an aspiring author, you can't be building up an author following yet, but you can be building up a book lover following, which means when you're ready to be published, you're already going to have a following of people who are going to buy your book. I think my mail person might be here. We're going to keep talking. So you have the ability to create these live stream interviews. If you don't want to do live stream, do video interviews. Guess what? If you don't have the ability to like get face to face with people, you can send them interview questions. Like, send me a handful of questions and I can film my responses. Then you can film the question on your end. We don't have to be face to face having this conversation. You can just send me what I need to record and I can send it back and then you can put it out. It's a really fun, easy way to get involved with people, and the more you talk to them, the more likely you are to befriend them and then get the special privileges that come with being a friend with an author. I'm just saying, it's a great thing to do. Now, another thing you can be doing is actually interviewing our characters. This is something I put out in my newsletter yesterday, so if you guys are on my newsletter, y'all saw the special things that we were doing inside of the newsletter, definitely in the mail guide. And you have the ability to interview my characters. So if you don't want to talk to me as the author, read my book, learn my characters, and interview Illyria, my Goldilocks. Or interview Dove, my baby bear. Interview Sienna, who is my Little Red Riding Hood. You can interview Jade from the Jada duology. You can ask the characters questions and then put it out through your social media and through your videos and through your fun, fabulous things. And that will get you a lot more credibility as well. And you will get people hanging out with you. If you can hear my puppy, I do apologize. He just stomped up my stairs and left my packages out there, which I'm very excited to go and get. Oh, thought he was gone. He was not. And we are going to be able to do some really cool things when you reach out to authors. So if there's an author you want to hang out with, ask us. Just ask us. We will likely jump in. Now, not everybody can. Not everybody has the time. Some of like the super big name people who have PR people kind of reserve what they're doing. So you can't do as much with them. Sometimes you have to schedule like really far out. So like when I hang out with my like super big name, like the entire world knows their name, author friends, if I'm going to do a live stream with them rather than just like hang out, or if I'm going to do an interview with them, some kind of event with them, I do have to schedule it usually a couple months out just because their PR people like to go very far out. So just be aware it might not be like super fast. But for most of us, we're going to jump in and be like, what do you need? If you come to me and you send me an interview questions, I'll get it back almost immediately. If you want, I'll do a live stream. I'll try to schedule it as quickly as possible. If it works for your schedule, usually within a few days, but like really as soon as it's available for your schedule. And so I am very, very accommodating. Most authors are going to be very, very accommodating with this because we really have a lot of fun doing this, especially when you get creative and you do things other than what was your inspiration and how long did it take you to write this, like those kind of questions. Get creative and get book specific with that, and we're going to love you for life. And then, once you do something cool like that for us, we're going to remember you. So the next time we have something going on and we need like support, we need people to like check out our new books, we're going to come to you first. When I get interviewed by people, when I'm hanging out with people, I then remember the next book to go and do cool stuff with you because you've already done cool stuff with me before. Makes sense, right? I apologize if you can hear my puppy. Let me know in the comments below if you can hear my dogs. They're upstairs. They're hanging out. But the more you do now, like if you get involved with us and you make it a good experience for us, we're going to start coming to you. So back when I started working with authors, before I was an author, when I was teaching authors, as soon as they saw me getting views on their books, as soon as they saw me doing fun things for them and then making it memorable for them, whether it was a book launch party or interviews or different events that I would throw for them, they remembered me and they started coming to me. And I had so many authors just send me copies of their books to do pretty photos of, or to talk about on a video, or they asked me to do their book launch parties, or they had me help them with release stuff. Like there was a ton of stuff that I got to do and I got early access and special privileges for because I made it memorable for them. And you have the ability to do that as well. All right, friends, if you've got questions, if you've got comments, I would love for you to get down in the comments below and drop those for me right now. I am going to be wrapping this up pretty soon because my packages are now out on my porch and I want to go get them. I have been waiting for them. One of them was supposed to be here like a week and a half ago and they got lost in the mail. They had to go find it and bring it to me. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to grab those. If you guys don't have any more questions for me, go ahead and drop those down below. And if you want to get involved with authors, I do have something for you. First off, you can come to me. I will do your interviews. I will do your fun things. I will do all the fun things. I love doing fun things. So please be aware, I'm very, very accessible. You can DM me. You can email me. You can send me comments and like whatever on social. I want to hear from you. If you want to interview me, my characters, do an event, do like an author appearance at your book club, like whatever you want, I'm going to do my best to accommodate. But beyond that, I also like to connect you to my author friends. So when you hang out with me, you also get access to most of my author friends for interviews, for hanging out, for doing all the fun things, for reviewing books, like all the fun things. I drag my author friends with me, and I drag you to my author friends. I'm a little matchmaker when it comes to connecting book people to authors. So if you want to hang out with me, that's great. If you want to hang out with my friends, I got a million of them, and I have access to some really dang cool people. So all I'm saying is I got a lot of strings that I can pull for you. If you want to hang out, I would love for you to come hang out with me. This isn't book related, but how long did it take you to grow my hair out? So I've always kind of had long hair. I did cut it off in college because my hairstylist took off more than I had assumed. So at one point it was up to like here. So I graduated college a decade ago, so it has grown this much. I do cut it because I sit on it sometimes. I also have really long Rapunzel hair, and when I close a door, it does get caught in a door behind me, and I'll get like 2 feet away and then get jerked back. So I do try to make sure I don't sit on it. So I do trim it. I don't know how long it took to grow out after the last like major haircut, but I have really fast growing hair, so it wasn't as long as most people. I do take very good care of my hair, but I also don't do very much to it. So if you want to talk about my hair routine at some point, I would happily jump on a line. We can talk about what I do to take care of my pretty hair, because I think I'm Rapunzel over here. All right, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate you being here. You can hang out at KMRobinsonBooks.com and at KMRobinsonBooks on all the social media platforms. We'll be jumping on for more live streams during the course of this week. And now that I am officially in my new office, I have moved 8 hours south from where I was. I am just about set up in a way that I can function again. So we're going to get back into our regular weekly scheduled live broadcast. We are about to start up our weekly live broadcast young adult book talk show. And of course the live streams here on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. We are going to jump back into the live book readings, which P.S. happens tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube. So if you want to hear me read one of my books live, I read the first chapter of a book every single Wednesday. So make sure you stick around, hit me up on YouTube or Facebook, and comment while I'm reading. In fact, if you have a request for which book I should read, please let me know, because I will happily accommodate whatever ones I have not already read. And I've got some really big news coming soon, so stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping some cool things here on TikTok and on all the social media platforms. And I got some new books coming soon. You guys know I'm working on writing right now, and I'm going to tell you about it top secret in the next couple of days. I'm just saying it's coming and it's going to be good. All right, friends, I will see you on the next live stream. Remember, the more you comment, the more likely you are to win a free ebook that I give away every single time we go live. So you should hang out with me. And leave more comments, leave more love. If you're sending gifts, you also get some cool things as well. And if you send hearts and things over on like Instagram, I do some cool things. So like the more you talk, the more you hype up the live streams here on any of the social media platforms, the more fun things I give you. All I'm saying, thanks for hanging out, friends. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Until then, I hope you have a great day and stay inspired. Bye.